You are good. You will be successful. I don't care what Dad says. Mom loves you, and there'll be no mistakes. Starting now. Hi, welcome to Booze and Bites. I'm your host, Jordan Jones. Okay, that was good, guys. There's a couple of debates on the name, so just to be safe, we're gonna do some safety takes with some crew suggestions. Here we go. Hi, welcome to Pints and Flights. Okay. Welcome to Big Dumb Show that'll likely fail like everything else you do. Dad! We're here at Cellars Brewery.
Well, I started on the whiskey pretty early this morning. That's alright. I was up all
Okay, we're here with...
Flavor Dave.
I can't believe you really went flavor. Man.
James Hudek.
All right, so we're here at the lovely Cellars. Is that right? Did I pronounce that right?
think you did.
Cellars. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I did some research. Cellars is Yiddish for docile clown?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, sure. What is Cellars is named after Pierre Cellars, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
So he's the guy that invented it all, did it all. And
Yep.
You guys have been here for a while, if I'm not mistaken. You guys started when-ish?
So there was an original Cellars Brewery back in the 90s, started in 1990. It closed shop probably in about 2001. And then this new Cellars Brewery was built in 2016.
Here in Austin, kind of
Austin.
north central Austin.
Right.
And you guys do tours. You can come here and check it out, hang out a little bit. Okay, how many beers total do you have, Master? Brewmaster.
Right now, 9. What we call the Cellars Original is what started it all.
Wow.
The Pierre Cellars back in the 40s, after the Second World War ended, started brewing what they call Bière de Blanche back in Belgium. And that today is turned into our Cellars White.
Okay.
We also have a Juicy IPA. We have our Cellars Raspberry and Cherry Creek, which is actually a...
That's two separate beers.
That's
Cellars
two separate-
Raspberry and Cherry Creek.
Two separate beers.
Okay.
Flavor Dave's new IPA, which is Paddle Out IPA.
Is that your fault? He points to you
Paddle
like,
out
Yeah.
IPA,
So
you
now,
know?
what leads to this? You're at home, you're laying in bed, playing the PS5, you know, you're just killing it, and you're like, I could go for a pizza and some tea. I don't know, how do you, what leads to you coming up with pizza and tea?
Pizza and tea.
I
Oh,
need to
no.
drink some. So, like, what leads to you coming up with some of these? Is he the experimental crazy one, and you're just the whole, like, you shoot down
Pretty
10 of
much,
his ideas,
yeah.
and you're like, you guys are obviously amazing at coming up with unique, crazy, different ideas. There's no, there's not like some trend that is Cellars. You guys do everything. Which means if these are sitting in front of me, that means there are a lot that have failed. What are some of the biggest mistakes you guys have ever made? I like that. Should we tell him?
I mean,
I know there's some. All right, what, anchovy and salmon, IPA.
yeah, he shoots me down for the pizza beers. I've been trying to infuse.
reals?
Oh yeah, you know.
No,
I mean,
for reals? Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Well, there's pizza beer out there, but he won't let me
There's
make
really-
one.
Oh,
yeah.
I've seen like a pickle beer
Oh, yeah.
where they made it from pickle
Yeah,
juice.
to hell with that.
So that's not going to happen.
No, that's a
No.
sin here.
raising hell with the hippies and the cowboys. They don't care about no trends, they don't care about songs that sell. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be gone, so tonight everybody just sing along. Raising hell with the hippies and the cowboys. I've been standing on the outside for all of my life, but I like the view. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, the yuppies and the hipsters and the wannabe saints. That ain't
No handrails, huh? Safety first. All right, so what are we dealing with here? Is that fish food or what?
So,
Ow, jeez, that's hot.
Yeah, watch out. We're in the
should've
danger
told
zone
me
up
that,
here.
dude.
I bought some gloves if you'd like to put them on, just in case. No glove, no
What are
love,
you
right?
planning?
But yeah, so
You're gonna
these,
feel a sensation.
well, these beautiful flowers right here, they're hops. They are going to add bitterness, flavor,
really?
and aroma to the beer. Let's add these to the boil.
We just
and
dump this in that.
We're gonna dump it in. I would say just be very careful with the steam. It's gonna be very hot when I open this up. But yeah, just feel free to throw it on in.
Bucket and everything, right?
But leave the bucket behind.
Okay.
All right, here you go, man.
Goodbye, flowers. All right, should I go clock out or?
Wow, you're a pro.
I've done that before. That smells so beery.
Beery, warty,
Like cereal meets beer.
beery, warty, fruity. All right.
Now, wait, real quick, what is
Yes.
that called again? Doesn't it have a gross name?
So right here, if you look in there, that is not beer yet. We have not fermented it. So this is actually just sugary water, which we call wort. So before beer, it's wort. It's not covered in worts
I want
or
a
warty,
tall
but
glass
it's
of
nice
wort.
and clean. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh yeah, watch out. A little
Here we
steamy.
go. Goodbye, wart. Oh, it's like a castle door or something.
Right?
Just put that anywhere.
Throw line that up, turn it on.
Do we
We're good to
lock
go.
the locker things?
We'll lock it up.
Yeah, because
why
otherwise
not?
somebody will steal that.
Why not? Exactly. We need to keep this safe.
Yeah.
All right, boom.
Can I keep these? All right.
All right.
So that's that, and then this is something. Are they the same? Do they work? What's going
yeah,
on?
so these two tanks right here, they actually communicate with each other. So I can turn the light on in this one.
Oh.
We have actually,
Oh wow.
we're
Check that out.
yeah, if you would like to look at one of the main ingredients, this is going to be all of the spent grain, which will eventually go to a farmer. They feed it to pigs, cows.
That's why Texas steak tastes so good. We feed them beer leftovers.
Exactly. You ever have that bourbon barrel-aged steak? Only a few more steps, and then we'll eventually turn this into beer. So,
All right. So we have some of your finest products, your finest works. Do you feel like these are like your babies a little bit? We're about to drink your babies. Well, that's creepy. You know, let's just move on. All right, let's take it here. Here are some of the beers. Now, as a lot of us know, we're going to be cooking the second half of the show with one of these bad boys. One of these mystery items is going to be our victim. So let's see what happens.
have a few. It'll keep your lisp going strong.
You know, it's very raspberry-ish.
You call it Tesla, don't you?
I don't even know what that means. This is not our front runner, but it is very good. You can taste the raspberry. It's got good notes of raspberry. It's good. Okay. What are we dealing with here?
Another
Oh,
one
wait,
of our
are you-
cans.
Are you guessing? I don't know.
I'm actually colorblind, so none of this
have
makes
no
sense.
idea.
guys.
He's not checking the tab. This is our. All right, what do we got?
This one is actually our Cherry Creek, our sour Cherry Creek.
Much
So,
easier to pronounce than raspberry.
yes.
Shit. Oh, you got me.
Gotcha.
You got me. Son of a. No, that's good.
Yeah.
No, okay. It is good, but that's the sour.
That's the sour. That was the wild card.
You
I
son of a
said
bitch.
you'd get one wild
I
card.
was not expecting that because it starts off like a normal human beer, you know, and you're like, man, that's pawn to bishop 4, checkmate. All right, what do we got here?
This one is going to be a traditional West Coast IPA. It is our Westbound and Down.
Traditional.
Yes.
Well, now that means that there's non-traditional
There it is.
IPAs. People that are crazy
Well,
like that.
IPAs become this ubiquitous term to really actually pretty much mean
Yes, ubiquitous.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't have brewed this one, but we let Brewmaster.
You're doing the whole, yeah, enjoy that. I had nothing to do with it. But you'll take credit for the sour.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, you're right, out of sours, that is the best I've ever had. Still horrendous, but for those of you psychos that like it. Okay, so I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Well, yeah, traditional malty, bitter, not a lot of fruit flavor like some of our other IPAs.
Oh, we're still figuring out what I'm cooking later. This guy. So, no, I'm kidding. Here we go. Okay, that's actually not bad. I might actually use that for the recipe later.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. That it's got the traditional beer tones to it.
Yep.
The hops and the barley and such like that. See, I did
A little bit of
I
caramel
Googled it.
sweetness. Yeah.
Yeah,
little-
it is. It's a simplistic beer. All right, here we are, sir.
That one right there is our
Bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's your baby.
that's
It's
the
your
one.
baby.
That's my baby right there. That is another canned product you'll find in stores. It's our Juicy IPA.
Well, that's a
which-
good point.
yeah.
I'm sorry. So out of the 4 or 5 that are pretty commonly available,
Yeah.
I know the coffee porter
Coffee.
is one.
So far, you've had 4. Yeah, coffee porter, our Celis raspberry, raspberry. Sorry, excuse me. Our Cherry Creek, Cherry Sour Creek.
This is available in the grocery
That is
store.
in the grocery store as well. Yep,
Go
yep.
for it. I like Truth or Dare when I was in college.
Our Juicy IPA, it is packed full of tropical flavored hops, so it's not going to be overly bitter and assertive. It is just going to be
I'll be the
nice,
judge of
smooth,
that.
and juicy.
Here we go. Oh, that's good. That might be the one I cook with. Somebody make mental notes of these two. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh, it's got a sweetness to it. These two are very similar. This has a sweetness to it, I think, and
Yeah.
a little bit of fruity, but not enough to notice it. Not like the raspberry or the sour cherry.
Right.
Right. Hello, little fella. What have we got here? Now, this to me looks like the kind that you watch those old British punks. Oh, let's have a pint, you bastard, you wanker. And then they start doing the hooligan songs. That's, am I right? Is that,
You're actually very
and
close,
speaking of
yeah.
the hooligans, so this might be the choice of the hooligans that come in here for the Austin team.
You're actually pretty spot on. They would come into here. This one is actually named after this tap room. It's called the Beer Hall Vienna Lager. So that's going to be a all Vienna malt traditional lager. A little bit more body and a little bit of that caramel sweetness, but finish is very light, so you can have quite a few of them.
Yeah. Oh, I could have a pint of that.
Couple pints,
Yeah.
all right? Roy?
Catch me one of them European football matches, or whatever they're called. Lovely. Pinky out.
When in doubt.
When in doubt. Last but definitely not least of today's fun little adventure, what are we dealing with here?
This one right here is actually our flagship, the Celis White.
Oh, I thought that was the flagship.
No.
Oh, no, that's just my baby, the Juicy IPA. This one is Pierre Celis's baby, the one
Pierre-
who started.
Yeah.
Pierre.
I hate to keep correcting
Yes,
him.
yes, I know.
Raspberry and Pierre.
I'm from California, got that funny accent, right? So, but the
So, all right,
but
so
yes,
that's your
yes.
flagship. Give me,
yeah,
tell me
so
exactly what it is.
that is Pierre Celis's baby. He the style of Belgian wit beer had gone extinct for a few years, and he had learned how to brew that when he was a kid.
What's it called again?
Our Celis White.
Okay, and
Or-
that,
yeah.
is that one of the ones that's also available pretty readily
This
at the
is going
grocery
to
stores?
be found more so than all the other
So this might be the
varieties.
one that I use for the.
I mean, this is the flagship, so.
Is this a pinky outer, or is it like yeah? Or is it
Drink it like like a Belgian. Like, yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got a smile, yeah, right?
I've narrowed it down to the right side.
Starting with the cherry, right?
I get it. No. Or the raspberry. All right. I have decided on this one, which was what again?
That is our Juicy IPA, Celis Juicy.
Yeah, which means I've just named the fajitas Juicy Beer Grilled Fajitas. To ya.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be gone. So tonight, everybody just sing along. Raising
Hey, we're at the fun part, the meat and potatoes, especially the meat, especially if you like chicken. There's no potatoes. So this is a good part of the show to be in. Okay, all right. We are here at the luxurious Montana Resort and Spa at Trout.
Travis, Lake Travis,
I know, but
Austin,
they didn't.
Texas.
They didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay,
they do now.
we're still in Austin. So here's what we're drinking, we being me. What are you drinking? Which one you got there, buddy?
I'm drinking the Celis IPA.
Oh, good choice. Speaking of Celis IPA, that's the one we're going to be using today to make the beer grilled chicken fajitas. Delicious! It's so good, it makes you catch this perfectly every time. Forget it. All right, so are you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
I'm just kidding. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a very easy recipe. You know, let me tell you real quick if I can, the story of this recipe. All right, people that know me know that I'm a grilling ninja, I guess, guru.
Use different words.
Sure.
Yeah.
But there was actually a time when I did not know how to grill. That's crazy, I know. So I'm in college. My folks load me up. Here's a dorm or an apartment, and here's tuition, and here's a liquor cabinet. Thanks, guys. And so I get into my apartment, and I'm like, I want to make fajitas. I have no idea how to make fajitas. So I go get all the stuff you got to make fajitas. Yeah. First mistake, chicken, because everybody knows skirt steak. But whatever, I was an idiot, freshman, college. That's what college is for. So I get this pan, because I'd heard the term marinade. So I put stuff in this pan that soy sauce, beer, whatever, I don't know, chicken, onion, blah. And then I get a little fire going, because, you know, that's where you cook fajitas, I guess. Yeah. So then I take the pan, I open up the grill, and I kid you not, I was like, okay, food and marinade, grill, and then I just put it in and I closed it, because I don't, and yeah, grill and all, pan and all, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I went out and stirred it a few times. Smoke's getting in there. I'm all proud of myself, you know. You don't do that. Marinade is to sit overnight, like 24 hours. I didn't know that. So I go back out later on, I try it, and it was epic! Because the marinade actually tenderized it, made it soft or whatever. Everything was flavorful. So anyway, point being, pull it in. It was to this day, my opinion, everyone's opinion, the greatest chicken fajitas to date. There are a lot. Oh, chicken, bell pepper, mushroom, and onion. Mushroom I like. Some people don't put it in there. I like it because it really sucks. Mushroom and chicken, they don't have any flavor. Here, try this.
Oh, I think I'll try the mushroom.
Okay, all right. They don't have any flavor. So whatever you dump on them or infuse on them or force on them, they're going to suck that up. And that's why I like these two. Of course, bell pepper and onion do bring some of their own flavors. Side note, I also like to put a little bacon in this recipe, a little crispy bacon at the end, but you know what, that's to taste. Preference?
It may not be.
All right, let's do it. So, we've got the main ingredients to the chicken, French.
Okay.
Chicken fajitas, and we're gonna mix it together now. This is the gross part. Here we go. This is gross. Okay, I like to cut the chicken a little bit longer because they're going into a taco. Make sense?
Right.
Okay. See, I'm gonna use the onion to demonstrate. I could have cut this any way I wanted. It's up to me, right?
It is up to you.
I could have minced it. I could have diced it. I could have
broken it.
I could have broken it. Oh, because you did. So I cut it long. Same with the bell peppers. Where is this going to end up? Where's it going to end up?
In a taco.
In a taco. Yeah. So you might as well cut it to shape. All right? So this is the hard part. You want to very, very carefully add the ingredients.
Beautifully done.
All right. Now for the bell pepper. Oh, that's a lot. Hold on a second. You want to make sure you measure very accurately. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay.
Before or after?
Good God. Who cut this? No, that's actually good. It's a very easy recipe. It's a very forgiving recipe. Thank God. Well said. All right, then you're going to want to put a little bit of onion in there, a little onion for flavor. These kind of soften up while they cook, and they lend a really good flavor to the meat as well. You know what? I'm sorry. One more. You know, I don't want to mess it up. I think we're good now.
You were a little light.
I see what you're saying. Mushrooms it is. Let's do this. Okay. Now comes the hard part. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. You know what I mean? Tell me something. Talk to me. Get my mind off it.
Okay, I should run to the store and get you some gloves.
No, we're good. Tell me, how are the Yankees doing this year? Oh my goodness.
They're all mixed up.
Oh wow. Did you? Did you really? Did you really? High five.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
All right.
It looks like it could stand to be moisture, though.
All right, so that part's all mixed up. Let me wash the chicken out from under my fingernails. I could feel it.
Yeah,
And we'll move on to the marinade. Whew. Okay. All right, let's make some marinade, people. First up, I'm going to need soy sauce. Do you mind handing me some?
soy sauce right here.
Now look, the measurements are very important on this. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to need, nope, you got to use a knife for that. I got it.
All right.
Oh, wow, look at you.
Yes.
I stand corrected.
When you don't have a knife, you have to figure out a way.
Yes, that's not a knife. Well, that's a knife. All right. Measurements are very important. Whatever you do, always make sure you're very accurate on your measurements, okay?
Yeah.
Because you might get in there and start flavoring it up. Oh, it's too much of this, too much of that, you know? Anyway, I don't know, that's good. All right, let's do some Worcestershire sauce. They take anchovies, ferment them in these barrels. It's just disgusting. Hand me the Worcestershire sauce.
I will,
it's
but
delicious.
I'm not so sure I want to.
No, it's good.
All right.
You know, the way Ma used to make. Oh, memories. All right, so that's gonna take 30 minutes. Let me just pop that down. All right, again, measuring is vital. You definitely wanna make sure you're paying attention when you do this dish.
What's that?
I don't know. Hand me, nurse, the Italian dressing, please. Now, the measurement on the Italian dressing is by far the most important. I was thinking to myself, I need to make a marinade. I'd heard dressings, I don't know, were good or something. I don't know. Just make sure you measure it. You want to make sure you get it very accurate.
Right.
All right. Okay, so next up, you want to get a little swirl going on that. Makes it sound like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now the fun part. Okay, thanks to our friends over at Celis, we're gonna add the beer. Now, as you can imagine, soy sauce, Worcestershire dead anchovy sauce, Italian dressing, all of these things are gonna be very strong, very concentrated, very pungent. So to kind of offset that, because this dish is cooked in the marinade. What? That's right. Yeah, you heard me right. In the marinade. Did we talk about measuring, paying attention?
We did, carefully.
It's very important. Look, it's a very forgiving dish. Just make your marinade seasoned to taste, and it'll be fine. All right, I usually go with about a beer and a half, maybe two. So once you get this going, and by the way, this is the part where you can kind of make it your own. You can add garlic, minced garlic. You can do lime juice. I've put cilantro in here. Some people like a little kick to it, so Tabasco is good to add at this point. Garlic is great, even though there's garlic in the dressing, a lot of the dressings. So this is really where all the flavor comes in. You want to whisk it up real good, you know. Not like you're angry at it. You know, you're not seeking revenge. You know, you killed my father, prepare to marinate. Then you want to do the to taste part. Here we go. Okay. Okay, that's gonna need a little more beer. A little more beer on that.
Yeah. What?
Oh, that's strong. Yeah. We're actually going with 3 cans. No, it's a strong dish.
Yeah. It seems like it might be a new signature cocktail.
I like where you're going with this. Yeah, what's that one that you make the beer with the tomato juice?
Oh.
Chilada.
Yeah. Chilada?
Is that what it's called?
Chilada.
All right. Let me give that one more little bit of sample taste going on. Right there.
So is this going to have kind of a beer taste to it, or what's the?
That's a good question. It is going to have a little bit of that. The alcohol is going to give it a depth to it, but obviously that's going to cook off. You're going to get the saltiness of the soy sauce, the dead anchovy of the Worcestershire, which has a sweet, peppery flavor to it. And then, ironically enough, again, this recipe was a mistake. So I didn't know what I was doing, but every time I've made it, which has been 100 million times, and friends of mine have made it, it's a pretty common dish around where I'm from now. It's weird, but even though it's beer grilled chicken fajitas, the Italian dressing has some kind of a sweet, tangy zing in the background, I guess, if that makes sense. And it really goes great with the beer. I think it's the beer and the dressing that really bring these together with the onion and everything else. So what you're gonna wanna do now is take the marinade you're gonna wanna put on, but we've made a ton, but the amount is what's important. You really wanna just go to about 75% covered, which just might be perfect, to about right there. So you see how most of it's covered. Not all of it is, but most of it is. And that's gonna make it easier for when we're grilling, when it's out there on the grill. You wanna kinda open, because with like a grill, you're gonna get some smoke on there, and you're gonna be stirring it as you go. But you know, you don't wanna submerge it, is the point, because then you're making a soup or something. But all right, let's take these out to the grill and make some magic happen. Right. By the way, you gotta do whatever this thing is.
For magic.
Yeah, magic happen.
Magic.
All right, let's do this. Woo! Hey, so we're out here at the grill. It's not that challenging actually. You want to just put it on. It's going to be, about 15 minutes or so, depending on a few variables, how hot your fire is. I go with the medium high. You don't want too high because then the marinade can't get into the mushrooms and the chicken. If you go too low, that's actually a better place to err because it'll really marinate the chicken a little bit more. But just going to let that sit out here for a little bit while this is doing that. And you're going to want to stir it. You're going to want to stir it a couple times. Get in there, really mix it up. And also, normally, I like to do this with a grill that I can close so the smoke really gets in there and infuses that flavor up a little bit. But as this cooks, after especially the first 10 minutes or so, just get out there and kind of stir it around a little bit. And it's pretty easy after that. So we'll come back here in a little bit and check it out and go set up the inside. Should be great. We did it.
We did.
There it is, buddy. Pick yourself your favorite tortilla. I like them. How are you going to lose with the tortilla? What you want to do is grab your tongs, all right? Get yourself whatever you want. Get yourself the mushrooms. Get yourself a little bell pepper, some chicken. If you're a vegetarian, you can actually skip the chicken part. There's plenty in here for everybody. So that's all set up. Like to load up a little bit of guacamole that we remember how we made that earlier without cutting our hands off.
Indeed.
That's a big plus.
No injuries.
That's right, no injuries. A little bit of sour cream worked down in there. A little bit of the cheese, a little bit of lettuce, and of course the second to last magical ingredient. Don't look at it because it'll get you in the eyes. Speaking from experience.
away.
Yeah. And then of course my favorite little thing that impresses the neighbors, just get yourself a little bit of that flavoring on there, right in there, like that. All right, let's take a quick second to thank our good friends over at Celis here in Austin, Texas. Stop by and see them. You know they'll be glad you did. And if it's available where you are, pick a little up for yourself and make this recipe. It could not be easier. Cheers to our boys over there at Celis. And girls. Here we go. All right. Oh,
that's good.
Wow, that's the sour. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to each his own. Hey, a toast. Boink! There it is. Enjoy, everybody. Don't be scared. It's an easy recipe. Knock it out. Thanks.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll
How do I
be
do it?
gone.
How do I do it?
So tonight everybody just sing along, raising
Wrong thing.
hell with the hippies and the cowboy. And I'll be raising